All right, brothers and sisters, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to another edition of EBX Discussion. Current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view. I salute you and thank you, brother, sister, and family in the world, online. Y'all know how I do it. A global perspective, as well as calling down protection, as I gotta do it from that great divine for ourselves and from ourselves, so we never ever become our own worst enemy. So we won't flow through this life and not ever tap into that wonderful, amazing part of ourselves. Once we get through the gunk, as I always say, that sometimes we may have carried, throughout the years, so we can enjoy good things in life, beautiful days, family, and, salute to my children, my divine children, and my biological children. Salute, Lord Lamont is doing well, and we'll be doing another, of course, father and son discussion Saturday, no later than 3:00. If nothing comes in front of it, nothing happens, but that should be happening Saturday. So yeah, we've really been having some wonderful discussions. Ethan's doing well, as well as his siblings. Everybody's doing all right. Talked to my cousin Mike yesterday. Had a wonderful conversation, and look for a family call around in the future. We're gonna have Lord Lamont and we're gonna have a podcast where we call around to family, and just gonna be a spur of the moment thing. We just gonna call, but I will let them know that they're being recorded. So, but we look for that, because my cousin Mike, who I swear we sound just alike. As soon as I picked up the phone, it sounded like I was talking to myself. I said, boy, you can tell we related. But had a good conversation. It's good when family reaches out. I know some of us may have struggles or had, some challenges with family, but, if there's any good in there, get that good, as much of it as we can, because it is where we come from, so, but, again, I always call down protection on those who may have challenges with their families, but again, look for the right. Don't live in bitterness, and seek to look for great things, as well as on the banner here, music. Yep. So you always have a positive intro, and I've been speaking on this song. It's been in my spirit, and I spoke on it a little bit in a podcast. Lord Lamont, we spoke on Method Man many times, as well as Mary J. Blige. I love me some Mary J. Blige. As I said, she helped me in some tough times, and it actually. This on the banner here, salute to Mary J. Blige and Method Man. This song was awesome. And it was 2 versions I didn't know. We're going to get into that. Some summaries. I want to speak on some of his verses and how the song was produced and who produced it. And this is a song that'll live forever. And we're going to get into that. And but my son and I spoke on Method Man on many occasions. Love his interviews. Real dude. Salute to him and his family, his wife, his children. Of course, Red Man, another real dude. And they got one of the best brotherhoods, real talk. Never been no friction between them brothers. They have a real good understanding, and that's beautiful. Salute. And Mary J. Blige and Method Man, in this video, I would have to say it was Superman and Wonder Woman. Real talk. They did that thing, and they blended together. One of the most iconic collaborations of all time. As many out there, but this one, we all know, one of the best collaborations of all time. Because as I said, you notice how Mary J got that hat over her eyes. I spoke on that in the past. I remember listening to Mary J when I was going through stuff. When she was going through pain, so was I, and probably many others that listened to her. Because as I also said in the past, I commented on a photo of her, and I said, man, Mary J. Blige got me through some tough times back in the 90s, and everybody jumped on that comment because everybody can relate. So salute to Mary J. I always said she's the female Al Green. A salute to Al Green, which soulful music. Oh man, you talking about soulful music. Al Green sang from the pit of his soul. Real talk. I always say from the toes through the souls, the best kind of music. So we're gonna get into how the song was produced, and this is a salute to all soulful artists, male or female, brother or sister, or even lovers of music who are not artists. This involves everybody, a global perspective. So it don't mean just because I don't list certain people's names, and I'm talking about good soulful artists. It just means you too. So that's why I said salute to all. But we're just gonna speak on some specifics today, and whatever comes up in one spirit. So Yeah, but I spoke on Method Man in the podcast I did. I was saluting Baby Bash and Akon and all those who were involved in that song called "I'm Back," and Method Man came up in there, so that was in my spirit already. It was like in my divine mental file. I said I got to do a podcast on this song here, "All I Need," because I heard it on the radio and I started listening to it, and I didn't know it was two versions of it. But this I picked this. Let me see on the banner. It's cool. I love how they was just man. This had the setting, but the thumbnail was dope. Cause if you remember in the video, in the second version, how they was bobbing their head together. Mary J was bobbing her head, and then Method Man was bobbing his head. That was the coolest shit in the world. So that's what's on the thumbnail. Yeah, Method Man was raw, man. He's still raw to this day, but he was man. You can just tell, dude was raw back in them days. Well, the whole Wu-Tang Clan, cause I got some summaries on the whole group. Salute Wu-Tang forever, and salute Redman, everybody involved in that group, So I'm gonna get into that, and get into the Warriors, even though if I might not list their names, but everybody in that group. But I'm just gonna speak on some specifics. But salute to everyone in the Wu-Tang Clan, man. Thank God they existed, because they brought that rawness, realness, and soulfulness to hip hop. So we're gonna get into some summaries, and so let's get into it. Soulful music lives forever, folks, and many of us that are lovers of music, we know that. That truly care about our art, or those who are not artists that care about music. Because you got those that are not artists care more about music than the damn artists. Real talk. So all right, soulful music lives forever, brothers and sisters, and it's also real music. It's food for the soul all day long. I listen to music 24/7. Real talk. Like I said, I got 75 vinyl albums, and I read some of them on that podcast I did called R&B and hip hop and fun music, because I spoke on fun music, and have fun with our art. But that's whatever that is, but especially music. Have fun with it, and be real with it. Don't just do it just to get clicks or hits or be seen. No, when it's authentic from the soul, people will feel it. Even if people don't take it right away, stay committed to it. Because I've been doing music since the 90s. I got rhymes written. I got a stack of rhymes. I need to, as my son, Lord Lamont, said, because I got notes written, man, stuff I've jotted down. I got rhymes, 2 books I've written. One of them I finished, because my limit is 50 pages. My book, Unlocking the Vault, it's 50 pages. I'm done with that. I'm starting another one. I'm on page 9. Writing is good, man. I'm telling you. Writing, reading keeps the mind sharp. These are all good tools to use in music, R&B, hip hop, etc., etc. That's why Method Man was such a good writer, as well as Mary J. and Redman, because it's soulful. They were known for being soulful, raw but soulful, and I'm gonna get into that. And I also want to read some of Method Man's verses, because I couldn't remember his verses when my son and I were speaking on it, and the song is dope. So we're gonna get into it. Lovers of music, and again, thank those for riding along with the brother. Me, Lord Lamont, music from L'Oreal Lyrical, rest in peace and in power, as well as myself, Lord Lamont. So look for music from all of us in the future, and probably new artists. Yep, because again, I've met artists on that app called Rap Fame in Play Store, and I think I'll present some of their music. I even go in there and tell them that I'm going to present your music. Yeah, because I want to play other people's music too, because it's not, it's not just about me. I love connecting with other artists, and just good generals overall. Brother, sister, male, female. So a person that's just righteous in their heart and not giving that devil no room in our life. As I love to say, fuck the devil. All right? Yeah, got to talk down on that negative energy. Can't be afraid of it. The devil don't give a damn if we soft, hard, or whatever. Better stay on it. But we ain't going to get into that. We going to speak on real music, food for the soul. So I want to go ahead and do this introduction for my leaders and teachers with a student spirit, Thank those for taking the time out of your day to listen to a brother, because there are good, righteous content creators out there. Those who are giving information, and you got comedy. Listen to a little comedy. I love comedy. Don't got to get a laugh in there, because we got some righteous comedians too that'll spit them jewels. So They just managed to throw some jokes in there. So listen to our good comedians out there, and I've listed them. My son and I, we just recently did a pod. We've done many uh podcasts on comedians, man. We've talked about so many comedians, so that's on the channel. Yeah, and don't forget to have fun and have some joy in our life. Don't let this life make us what we become too deep. You know, enjoy the joyful and good things of life. Mama Nature and Great Divine gives us, like we're gonna do right now. Salute Mary J and Method Man. Don't they look cool on the banner here? And I'm sure many of us have seen this video. Come on now, you can't tell me it don't send goosebumps through your body when you see and hear this song. Both versions, but the other version, this version on the banner, I don't know. It was raw. It was, man, and when Method Man and Mary J was bobbing their head, I'm telling you, nobody can bob their head like a brother and a sister when we bobbing our head to the music. It just, that's when you know we feeling it. We ain't saying nothing. We just bobbing our head. That's the shit. Like in that video, what's Tip in Tribe Called Quest, Q-Tip, and salute to the other brother. Sometimes the name don't hit my spirit, but the other brother that was an artist that rapped with Q-Tip. Rest in peace and empire. I did a podcast on here on them too. It's on here on the channel, but rest in peace and empire to him. And Q-Tip, that scene is a vibrant thing when him and those sisters was in the car bobbing their head. I got that on I think it's on the banner of a podcast I did. Some about music too. I've done a whole lot. Lord Lamont and myself, we've done so many podcasts and videos about music. But yeah, it's just dope. When we feeling it, we just moving our head. It's beautiful, as Janet Jackson say, when the rhythm get us. Rhythm Nation, brothers and sisters, is wonderful. All right, and a salute to rest in peace and power MJ. I did a podcast on him recently about his name is cleared, is vindicated. I talked about that, and it's a movie that's currently out, and I think the nephew or something of one of the Jacksons is doing Michael Jackson in the movie, and I can't wait to see it. The trailer was awesome. That's great, yeah. So go out and watch that, y'all. If those haven't saw it already, the new Michael Jackson movie that's coming out. I think I can't wait to see it. It looks good. So that I will watch, Yeah, and see what I can critique. And because, when we become analysts, a little more, a little deep in depth in our thought, and we pay attention and we meditate, we begin to, like movies, I say anything in life, but movies, music, etc., we begin to look in things and not just at it. And I learned that from the great Professor Griff. Salute, who, as we know, was the backbone to Public Enemy. As many people know, I was going to say Great Divine. Professor Griff, I was going to call you Great Divine, but Professor Griff was the Ministry of Information. He was the one who brought truth and power and information to Public Enemy. He was the backbone. So he said that out of his own mouth, real talk. So we gotta acknowledge and shed light on those who don't care about the fame or the light, that's doing the real work, real talk. Because you got some behind the scenes that's powerful and very creative. And we're going to touch on a certain brother that was just like that. He was a hip-hop genius, real talk. Just like Prince. Prince was a genius. And he held his music tight to his soul, And as my son, Lord Lamont, and I discussed, Prince did not work with anyone that didn't own their own rights and their own music and their own publishing. He didn't fuck around. And see, he was another one that was a soldier. Prince was strong. As I said about MJ, Prince wasn't no punk either, So don't let the soft tone and easy demeanor fool you. Prince was also a general, a warrior before he left out of here, He didn't play about his music, He had his shit locked away in a vault, thousands of songs. So salute to that. And what a righteous impact he left, Yep. So, I'm going to get into this introduction, my leaders and teachers, and we're going to dive in deep on the two magnetizing brother and sister on the banner here. We're going to say Superman and Wonder Woman, a black Superman and a black Wonder Woman, on the banner here. That, man, again, one of the most dopest collaborations of all time. And salute to all great collaborations out there, Again, all great soulful artists, Like I said, lives forever, folks. Like I said about PM Don. Matter of fact, that'll be in the end screen because they're a part of that fun music and soulful, because they made a lot of soulful music, and they were biological brothers, which I didn't know for a time. So that's dope. Yep, and there's many groups like that, and that's golden school or new, you know. Because again, I said I had 75 vinyl albums, and I read a few of them on that podcast called R&B and hip hop, and it was about fun music, golden school, new school. And it was on that podcast with again, they got the ladies on the banner, and brother Baby Bash and brother Akon, and I just shedded the light on them brothers and how that song, I love that song. I'm back. Yep. So that matter of fact, that'll be in the end screen, and the PM Don, the one I spoke on PM Don, and some other artists. So those two will be in the end screen. All right, let's get into an introduction of Method Man and Mary J. Blige in this wonderful, soulful song. And again, the two Superman and Wonder Woman on the banner here. Black Superman, Wonder Woman. Let's go. All right, y'all. Method Man and Mary J. Blige famously released two main versions of their 1995 hit, I'll Be There. I'll Be There for You. You're All I Need to Get By. Where it says, I'll Be There for You / You're All I Need to Get By. The two primary versions are razor sharp mix, the razor sharp mix, often seen in the music video, and unfortunately the Puff Daddy mix radio version, both designed to accompany the original 1994 typical album song. You know, well, that's when, man, but you know what, it's just sad that, you know, some artists end up getting caught up in some stuff, because, you know, I don't condone what Diddy did and all that, but he had a talent. He was a good producer. I mean, he wasn't the greatest rapper, but he had the skill. He could rap. And I mean, he wasn't the best rapper is what I'm saying, but what I'm saying, he was able to put words together on the mic. It just messed up, man. It's just like talent going to waste, but he was a part of that. So, all right, let's go. Continue. Razor Sharp Mix, produced by RZA. This version has a grittier hip hop feel. Yeah, and a salute to RZA. I've heard many people say RZA was deep, and he was a genius, and he was one of them. He was soulful. Actually, that's what the topic, where I got that in the topic, soulful music. I inspired that by learning that from RZA, because they said RZA was a genius. He was really into what he loved, was his art. I always say, do what you love what you do. All right. Continue. Leaders and teachers, student spirit. Let's go. Razor Sharp Mix, produced by RZA. This version has a grittier hip hop feel. Like I said, the version on the banner here, it was, and it was dope. I was like, wow, I never heard this, really listened to this version, but it was dope. And it's still the melody, Mary J. and his voice, same thing, just a more, like they said, a more grittier beat. Okay, keep going. And it says Puff Daddy mix radio version, produced by Sean Puffy Combs, and often cited as actually produced by the track masters. This version is more melodic and features a prominent sample from the Notorious B.I.G.'s Me and My B. He said B. Origin. The song is a remix of Method Man's solo track All I Need. Yeah, because it was a remix from his debut album Typical. Salute. And again, it's just a shame again about, Diddy, the P Diddy thing. It's talent going to waste, but at that time he was doing this thing, Again, I don't condone the shit he did. It's messed up, but he had skill. He could produce, but it's just messed up, man. It really is. But moving on. Yep, let me see. Accolades. The collaboration won a Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance by a duo on group in 1996. I bet it was dope, because when I heard it, and I just heard it, I was listening to it yesterday because I listen to music at work, and this is one of the songs that's in my playlist. I had goosebumps going through my body. I was like, man, this version is dope. So I was rapping along to it. And I want to get into Method Man's verses, because I didn't really know his verses on this song. And I think that's important, what he says in this song. It's dope. Okay, both mixes were often released together on the same single release, with some listeners preferring the softer Puff Daddy radio mix and others favoring the RZA produced Razor Sharp. I like the RZA one. I like both of them, but if I had to pick, I like the more raw version. It's just different, you know. So salute again to Mary J. Blige and Method Man for this song. Dope. All right, continue. RZA is widely considered one of the greatest and most influential hip hop producers, acting as the mastermind behind the Wu-Tang Clan's gritty, minimalist. Excuse me for fumbling that word. Minimalist. Okay, I'll spell it Minimalist. That's a funny word. I don't use that word a lot. Minimalist sound, known for his signature use of soulful, that word is, samples, kung fu references, and raw lo-fi beats. He produced the majority of the group's early iconic albums. His work on Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, revolutionized East Coast hip hop. Salute, man. But we need to stop dividing and separating this. We need to get over that. I always say no one's better, just different. You know, stop competing with each. That's why I really don't care for verses. I really don't. It don't ever go right. Every verses I've heard here recently, I don't care who it is, it's always some negative shit in there. It ain't no different than beefing. What's the difference? Just because we put the word verses over it, it's still beefing. And it's negative energy, you know, because I always said beefing breeds anxiety, even if it's subtle. So I don't like the verses thing. It never ends well. So competing and pairing and comparing never works. All right, we're going to get to this hip hop break. And I'm going to come back and leaders and teachers with a student spirit, my fellow spell breakers, as Lord Lamont came up with. And the two hip hop songs, one is Got That Power, which is what's playing in the intro, and we're gonna outro with that. And the song after that is Love Being Black. And then when we come back, we're gonna get into Method Man's verses, cause I gotta go through them verses. And again, salute to this brother and this sister for this song. You know, as I said, soulful music lives forever, folks, and real music. It's food for the soul. Real music, you know what I'm saying? Again, there's many elements, many emotions to music, but when it's authentic from the soul, that's what make it. That's what give you goosebumps, you know, from the toes to the soul. The best music in the world, you know. Real music, food for the soul. So okay, be back, and we're gonna get into, you know, the chorus and Method Man's verses. We got to get into them verses. All right, be back after this, and we're going to keep on discussing, you know, how soulful music lives forever, folks. All right, just like a righteous vibration lives forever. You may take away the body, but the spirit lives on. That's the difference between a robot and a spirit, you know, because a robot don't have no spirit. Once a robot frequency out and conquers out, that's it, done. But a human that's righteous and that was a general and was a soldier, wasn't taking no shit while they was on this earth, their spirit will live on. And many of our historians and those who stood up for truth, we see that right now today. And a lot of people still speak on. A lot of people who cared about humanity and our culture. So that's the difference between a righteous, powerful spirit and a dumbass robot. Real talk. All right. Y'all know I get deep. Yep, I have my fun, have my joy, but when it's time to handle business, as a general should, as we do, you know, those truth sayers that's living amongst this earth right now, whether brother, sister, family. As I always say, when it's time to handle business, we will to click right on in, because a lot of us has been handling business for a while, so it becomes what? Seventh nature. All right, let me see. I gotta find the song. Okay. Okay, hold on. Brothers and sisters. All right, got to get to it. Let me see. Sometimes I be having to play with the old computer. Let me see. I think I almost is in a. Okay, here we go. All right, brothers and sisters. Again, the first song is, okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Sorry about the pause. The first song is Got That Power, you know, or actually it's That Power is the name of it. And the second one is Love Being Black, you know. I don't care what I go through, what challenge, just like being righteous, you know. There's a lot of challenges to being righteous. It's easier said than done, you know. Got to be a realist, you know. Same as being black, melanated. There are challenges, but the benefits override all day, every day. Once one is connected to one's divine spirit and flowing with Mama Nature. I'm telling you, I'm talking about be serious about it and live it. It's wonderful. Great things will come, one divine thing to the next, you know. And share it to our loved ones, brothers and sisters, and generals, you know, along this wonderful journey. All right. Like I said, okay, come back. Wait a minute. Okay. Recognize and know that power, you know, and wield it gracefully, you know, and great things will always come. Be back after this. That power.
Wake up music. Got that power every hour. One has that power, never get devoured. Brothers and sisters got that power every hour. Rah. One has that power, never get devoured. We got that power every hour. Brothers and sisters got that power, never get devoured, never get devoured. People just don't understand how I got here, what one saying. I ain't playing, never gonna stop. It's my soul, I never get robbed. Got that power, is no side. Won't be crying, I give my props to my mom and my pops. Spirit on point, never will stop, I never will drop. A life can be flimsy, yeah, I'm making sure with no flip-flop. Expressing my feelings through this cool. I hip-hop, I always meditate daily, must keep that love. Yeah, I lie, and I stay balanced outside this box. I can't police me, I can't be stopped. And if you are, you gotta be a cop. An ancestral power, a bottom to the top. I keep on blazing while the fire's hot. Man, I got that power, I never get devoured. One got that power, I never get devoured. Brothers and sisters, I keep on doing this. I don't give a damn about making no hits. Our words are clear and so crisp. And it's your heart that I'ma uplift. I keep on blazing through this hip hop, and yeah, keep it going. Well, I drive and I strive, yeah, to make us all rise. Keeping that power every hour. Never get the devil, never would devour. Yeah, a brother, another like me. Gotta stay real smooth while I'm in these streets. Do what I gotta do to keep a mind free. I'm on this plan, a foundation. Yeah, I'm trying to change every generation. Yeah, good things, good conversation. Yeah, a positive in every situation. Got that power in every hour. I never get devoured. Brothers and sisters, I keep that power every hour. Never get devoured. Must have that power.
Real talk, brothers and sisters. Never get devoured. Yep, stay on it, stay focused, stay meditated, stay vigilant. And man, the devil won't stand a chance in hell in our life. We'll see it before it even get to us, you know. A realm, brothers and sisters, pay attention to that realm. The inner circle to the outer, you know. We can be that powerful. All right, not invincible. We are still human. You know, we got to have that part too. But our mind can be strong. Like steel, S-T-I-L-L and S-T-E-E-L. Need both. All right, the next song is Love. Oop, get back. Sorry about that. The next song is Love Being Black. You know, I don't care what I go through. You know, I would want to be. God made us, like real God now, great divine made us the way we are. So accept who we are, you know, and find that good part of us, you know, and flourish and grow and let that divine make us shine. All right, be back after this. Spell breakers.
Wake up music.
Let go.
I love being black. If it went away and it came back, I still be black. and that is a fact. I love being black. If I transition, I went away and I came back, I still be black, and that is a fact. Salute to all my black kings that standing our ground and doing our thing.
Let's go.
And standing like a soldier, no time to sing wrong things in our heart and stay off the scene. Observation and stay deep up in the soul. Keep on having meditation for my sisters and my bros. My family too, man, we gotta make it through. Yeah, good things, positive, can't have no blues. Gotta have clarity all up in our brain. Gotta stay focused in this life while we on this plane. Yeah, I'ma do what I gotta do to make it through. Because I want my brothers and sisters to win and never lose. Thinking clear in this life, never be confused. Yeah, put that good energy in my families and my dudes. Yeah, we the black kings, yeah, the rulers of this earth. Yeah, gotta have good end and never ever hurt. Man, I love being black. Black. If a transition, a man that went away, I still be black, and that is a fact. Salute to my brothers and sisters and family. Man, I love being black. If I went away and then I came back, I still be black, and that is a fact. Salute to my black kings and my sisters that's out here standing on facts. Yeah, I keep on pushing through cause of what the great divine called me and all of us to do. Gotta stick to the truth. It's something that's a fire in the belly and the soul. Man, that keep us going. Mother Nature keep us on the go. Never stopping never is a no option. Yeah, fuck the devil cause we now see I'm touching the whole world. Man, just agree to agree and gotta watch out for the real enemy. Man, I love being black, and that is a fact. If a transition, a man that went away and I came back, I still be black, and that is a fact. Salute.
As I said before, and I say it again, I mean that shit. Real talk. I wouldn't want to be nothing else. And I know we have different opinions about black and melanin. I don't give a fuck. I'm black. My mama was black. My daddy was black. And I know some people get a little weary about that word. And I seen one podcast when dude was like, are we really black? And I don't care. I'm black. I'm claiming it. I don't want to find out, shoot. I got melanin in me. That's enough, so I don't like to, that's who I am, except who the fuck we are, So even though, again, we got to be real too. Sometimes we might have other nationalities in our DNA. I know that. Me and my son got into that. I might have a little Indian in me. I might have a little Caucasian in me, but the percentage, the most of the percentage is black. I'm telling you, my black overrides, and it shows, so. But it's like I have an understanding about other nationalities too at the same time. But I am a black man, so we got to know who we are. All right, so let's get back into the wonderful collaboration on the banner here. Don't they look cool? I'm telling you, this is the coolest video ever. Method Man just and Mary J. Blige was so fucking raw in this song. The beat was raw, just like it said in that summary. Yeah, and you can tell this version here on the banner has RZA all over it. The beat, how raw it was, man. They say RZA was a deep brother, and it shows through his music. Like I say, when it comes from the toes through the soul, whether you're an artist or a producer, it shows. I didn't mean to rhyme that, but it just did. Sometimes it just flows. See how divine works? I'm telling you. Yep. All right. Now we're gonna get back to the Joe. I'm still rhyming all the time. All right. And speaking of rhyming, we're gonna get into these awesome verses of Method Man. I gotta read them, because my son, he loves Lord Lamont, and you know what? Ethan, one of his favorite songs that I mentioned before, Ethan is my 11-year-old. He one of his favorite songs from Ice Cube, I forget which one it was. Today Was a Good Day. He said that out the blue one day. He said, Dad, I love that song by Ice Cube called Today Was a Good Day. So that's dope. See, that means right there, he has a good listening ear. Be thankful if we got youth that has a kind of a versatile ear and not caught up in some of this toxic music out here, man. So be thankful for that. If we, it's up to the parents though. We have to kind of, guide them, as I say, But be thankful if we do have youth that are somewhat educated on different genres of music. Because Lord Lamont, he's pretty educated. He can play the guitar and everything. So we've had him at the beginning of podcasts play the guitar. Yep, I'm gonna have to like sample just a little guitar part that he played. He really good at it too. And again, as I said, my son Ethan, my 11-year-old, he plays the French horn, and then his sister plays the viola. Yep, which is dope. And I just seen a video. It was just this brother playing the blues on a viola, and he was killing it. So the viola is unique. It's real unique. So we'll be thankful we got youth that can play different instruments and percussions and stuff like that. So that was the genius about Prince. He could play every instrument, and there's many artists like that and producers that can play and know instruments really well. Because I think that's important too. Not just writing music, knowing, of course, the business aspect of music and stuff too, but knowing different instruments. Even if the artists know how to make beats and produce, that's good. That's good too, because that's just make their music that much more better. So, and that leads us right into Method Man's verses. We got to read those verses. Let's go. Leaders and teachers, music lovers all over the world. Let's go. Let's tap into the Black Superman and Black Wonder Woman on the banner here, because they killed this song. Real talk. This song was the dopest. We'll say one of the dopest songs ever. Very, very soulful. And you can't tell me when you listen to this song, you're not going to bob your head to it. Come on, man. Especially when Mary J. Blige get to singing. Singing the chorus and that verse with Method Man. Come on now. All right. Send chills to, I'm not chills, but goosebumps through my body now. All right, let's go. Leaders and teachers with a student spirit. Let's go. Method Man's verses in I'll Be There for You / You're All I Need to Get By, featuring Mary J. Blige, focus on loyalty, romantic partnership, and dedication, often contrasting harsh street life with tender devotion to his partner. That's dope. Key lines. Now we're going to read one line here, then there's a few other lines. Key lines include, Shorty, I'm there for you anytime you need me. If you keep it real with me, I keep it real with you. And I can't be your Noah. You can be my Wiz. Okay, that's a part of the introduction. Okay. Now here go the second part of his verse. Okay. Opening. Shorty, I'm there for you anytime you need me. Let me see. Shorty, I'm there for you anytime you need me. For real, girl. It's me in your world. Believe me. All I need to get by. Okay. Next one. Let's see. Nothing make a man feel better than a woman. Queen with a crown. Queen with the crown. That be down for whatever. All I need to get by. Okay, the first one was the open line. This is him talking to the sister. The next one was the commitment, the one I just read. Okay, the third verse, partnerships. Even when she skies, even when the skies are gray, you will rub me on my back and say, baby, it will be okay. All I need to get by. Okay. Fourth verse, dedication. Plus, I love that the fact you got my mind. I love that the fact you got a mind of your own. No need to shop around. You got the good shit at home. All I need to get by. Okay, fifth verse, closing. I'll be true me. I'll be true me, for that's how it is. Let me see. It'll be. Let me see. Sorry, y'all. It be true me. That's what it says. It be true me for you. That's how it is. I can be your Noah. You can be my Wiz. Then I can be your sun. You can be my earth. Resurrect the God through birth. Wow, that's dope. Oh, I gotta do that last one. Okay, closing. This is the last verse, closing. It be true me. It It be true, me for you. That's how it is. I can be your Noah. You can be my Wiz. Then I can be your sun. You can be my earth. Resurrect the God through that birth. I need to get by. Okay, all right. Y'all know I love music. I had to go through those verses. Yeah, I can't say it like Method Man, because Method Man was hitting that shit. You can be no teens in the songs or whatever. Man, the song was just awesome. But I just wanted to share that. And we know, again, soulful music lives forever. This song, again, this like I said about PM Dawn and many others songs that with that soulful nature, like Lauryn Hill songs she's made, the Fuji songs like that of that nature, Arrested Development, the list goes on and on. Man, songs of the groups and songs of that nature, songs like that will live forever. And I love that song by Arrested Development. All I see is melanin. All I see is melanin. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful melanin. I probably might have messed up the chorus a little bit, but the song is dope. So I'm sure many have heard that song. But songs like that, of that nature, and there are many, remember, it just, they live forever. So, like I said, I'm going to put PM Dawn in the end screen, and the one I did about Brother, Baby Bash, and Akon, real R&B and hip hop, fun music. I put those two, that in the end screen. And the PM Dawn one, those two will be in the end screen. So that was something that I wanted to share, brothers and sisters. It was in my spirit. And again, salute to Mary J. Blige and Method Man for this song. And again, salute to all soulful artists, whether you're a singer or hip hop artists, or those who are not artists that just love music overall, and the wonderful producers, behind the scenes sometimes that motivate the artists, and because the beat maker, because again, there's a time where there was only the DJ. There wasn't there was always been singers, but there wasn't a hip hop artist at one time. It was just a beat maker. So hip hop is a very powerful thing, and again, there's many elements, many emotions to hip hop. Like I say, sad, mad, happy, aggressive, but when it's from the toes through the soul, it's unstoppable, and it lives forever, as I said. So yep. And again, salute to RZA, Redman, for being real, and again, all the great artists out there, male, female, brother or sister, soulful artists, that is, that care about their music and whatever genre that is, and you're serious about it, So it's beautiful, treat our music like a car, we take care of our music will take care of us one way or another, whether it's therapeutic, it could be through some money, but authentically, and make it for generations to come. That's what's important. The impact we leave, what makes it food for the soul, real talk, and stay grounded in real soulful music. I beg you, please stay grounded in it. And that's for artists and those who just love music overall. And again, this is a salute to all soulful artists who take their art, to a whole nother level, real talk, like many artists have. I would have to say one of my favorite artists is Tech Nine. I love Tech Nine. Tech Nine took his art to a whole nother level, and we know he is dynamic on the mic, real talk. And Method Man knows Tech Nine. I like that. That's beautiful, like knowing the relationships of different artists that we don't even know. Like E40 is related to Tech Nine. Like some people probably don't even know that, and they got similar rap styles. They both are dynamic. Again, folks, I always say no one's better, just different. We need to move away from the competing and the verses. We need to move away from that shit. It's not helping. What other genre does that? I mean, why can't we just make music and collab with one another? At least in my opinion. But hey, teaches his own. But I'll continue expressing positive energy and real energy as much as I can, because as I say a lot of times when I'm speaking on topics and deep things, I'm learning too, folks. That's why I always say we're leaders and teachers with a student spirit. So again, salute to Wu-Tang, everybody in Wu-Tang, and everybody that was involved in that group, even though I didn't name certain, other artists, because there is just more than Redman and Method Man. There are other artists too. So salute to them too. So, and maybe they'll be on another podcast, and I'll just shed the light on other artists in Wu-Tang, because there's many components to a great group, so that means everybody. I always say, there's many, everybody's righteous and on the same accord. If we're all on the same accord and everybody's vision is righteous, we all are part of that righteous tree. Every part of a righteous tree matters. I always say the root, the bark, the leaves, the twigs, the branches, every part of a righteous tree matters. And this never stops growing, evolving, and learning and making good music for the soul, brothers and sisters. So thank those for coming in again, if I didn't say it already, to another edition of EBX discussion. And and look for a father and son discussion Saturday. We haven't came up with a topic yet. I think I know. I was kind of pondering something yesterday. And again, salute to brothers and sisters. Before I move on. But look for a father and son discussion Saturday, no later than 3. So, and I'm sure Lord Lamont will be here. I think we're going to speak on a little bit about Indian ancestry, because he's got a little Indian in his background on his mother's side. I think we're going to get into that. So look for that, but I haven't really came up with a topic. But I think we're going to touch on that. So look for that. And and one last thing before we go, brothers and sisters, keep a firm grip on our art, whatever craft we have, but we've developed something good and it's helping us, whether it's music or this is a universal art, whatever art we have. I'm just speaking on music, of course. Hold on to it firm, grip tight, like Prince did. Don't let no outside devil take away what we have built, our lives and sweated and bled over, like Method Man and Mary J. Blige did in their music, because they really did care about their art. And we know Mary J. Blige is deep, and just listen to her sing. And Method Man is just, man, dude, his artistry and how he flows is phenomenal, as well as Redman and Wu-Tang Clan, RZA, man, hip hop genius, soulful. Again, that's what that word came from. Reading about Brother RZA, a true pioneer of hip hop and producing. All right, and all those who like this Wu-Tang Clan and Mary J. Blige and Method Man on the banner. Anyone like these two, like this music. Again, that just listen to this song, the next version. I'm telling you, it had RZA all over it. The rawness of it was dope. Yep. All right, it's just wonderful the things we create when we lock on to each other and learn from one another and create together, as brother, sister, family, in the world, online. So keep listening to some good music, brothers and sisters, and stay connected to anything positive. Stay real, stay vigilant, and stay on business, because I know it's a lot of things going on in this world, but don't forget to have joy, fun, and as I said, listen to some good music. Real music is food for the soul, brothers and sisters. And I'm telling you, like this brother and this sister on the banner, and music that's similar to what we see on the banner here and here. I'm telling you, great music from the toes through the soul, man, it's food for the soul. Salute.